Hello, my wonderful Scorpios. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle and we can clarify the existing energies with tarot. Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, so we have two messages here. We have running, escape, denial, excuses. Okay. And we also have nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. Okay. It's a very interesting message that's coming through here, Scorpio. I feel like someone is, grasping the fact, of not being able to run away or avoid something for so long this week. It's like it could be that this person was trying not to think about this separation, for example, or they were trying not to, be consumed by thoughts of you, or maybe there's some sort of guilt or sorrow that they feel that they were avoiding. Pretty much, what I'm getting here is someone realizing, okay, I can only run for so long, right? I need to deal with the issues, and face them head on here. Another message that I'm getting here, guys, is like this could be someone who is in a space of denial, and you may feel like you have been, teaching them how to go about things, or this could be someone who has learned a lot from you, but there's an energy of you feeling like you're constantly nurturing this person or the situation, but you may feel like they're not really meeting you halfway. It's not to say that you have an issue with helping this person understand, what's better for the both of you or what's better for this relationship. But when you're in a situation where you constantly feel like you have to be the bigger person, or you constantly feel like you have to, teach, or you have to lead, it could be very draining because it becomes, it starts to feel very one sided, where it's like, am I doing all the work, or am I going to have to take the lead at all times? Like sometimes I want this person to meet me halfway. So that's the energy that's coming through so far. Let's see what's going on here. Some of you may be bumping into someone this week, or you're connecting with someone where they have gone through like a similar situation that you're in, and you could be helping them out. I feel like this person is trying to decide, which direction they should be going in. Yeah. There is a level of wanting to restore balance, or trying to focus on the optimistic side of things. But I think that there's confusion when it comes to which direction should I go in? What should I communicate here? So some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. I'm going to start off by seeing how they're viewing you this week. Okay, Six of Pentacles. It seems to me that this person could be viewing you as someone where they don't have your undivided attention. They may feel like, you're focused elsewhere, or it could even just be that you are like having a busy week, or you're more focused on something else that is progressing for you. But they're viewing you as, not having your undivided attention here. The other thing I will say with the Six of Pentacles is this person could also be viewing you, or they could feel like you're viewing the situation as feeling a bit breadcrumbed here. Because Six of Pentacles could be when you're spreading yourself too thin, or you're giving to more than one situation. So there is some sort of neglect that is being highlighted for your person this week when they think of you. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with the Taurus and the Queen of Wands. It seems to me that this person has a deep desire, to be with you, but this is a very slow moving energy. You may feel like this is a connection that, starts and then it stops. It's very on and off, or there's some sort of a constant pause that is making you believe that, there's going to be a lack of progress, right? So, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, as much as this person feels this deep desire to be with you, with the Knight of Pentacles, I think that they are moving very slowly, or they feel stuck when it comes to how to have something more stable with you. It's almost like you guys have been repeating this same step over and over again, and it's someone who's feeling challenged this week because they're thinking about the next step, but there's a lack of movement. There's more thinking than doing going on. This is also someone who's a bit hesitant. The Knight of Pentacles could be when you're thinking about something thoroughly, very premeditated energy, but you can't think about it for too long, or it's going to end up causing you to feel stuck, or not wanting to take any action. So, why they're feeling challenged is they feel connected to you, they feel this desire towards you, but there's like, again, maybe you guys have been repeating the same step over and over again, or no matter, if the connection is on and off, no matter how many conversations you guys have, you feel like you end up at square one. It's almost like this one repetitive hump that you guys are having difficulty getting over, is how this person feels. So you're viewing them in the Five of Pentacles energy. You may feel like this person is unable to invest in this connection right now because of their financial situation. Um, Five of Pentacles, if it's not about finances, it could be like their living situation, or just something to do with their stability. It's pretty much what they're able to bring to the table. And in this case, you feel there's some sort of insecurities about what they're able to offer you. And you could feel like you were very nurturing towards this person, or you were helping this person out, whether it be financially, emotionally, that sort of thing. But you don't feel like you're receiving the same treatment in return. So something here is really beginning to feel one sided, or that's what you're acknowledging about this connection this week. You could also be familiar or aware of, a financial loss that this person has recently gone through, or some sort of like a financial hit that they had to take with that Five of Pentacles. So we have the Seven of Wands in your feelings, and the High Priestess. Seems to me that you're choosing to remain silent with this person. Seven of Wands could be a bit of a defensive energy. Okay, so there could be something that this person has said, or something that they did that caused you to be very, on the fence with them, right? I don't trust you. I don't trust the situation. I don't trust, completely opening up. And the High Priestess is, yes, you are continuing to be silent with this person, but your intuition is heightened this week. So there's either some sort of specific signs that you're receiving, or you feel like you have figured out this situation or this person, but through your intuition, not through, communication or directly through them. You could be dealing with the Pisces. Now, here's what I see, Scorpio. Some of you feel, because with the High Priestess and the Seven of Wands, it's like there's almost an energy of I have to be silent, or I have to stick by what I said. There, a part of you feels like if you go back on what you said, you're giving some sort of leeway, or it's going to give leverage to this person to continue acting the way that they did. It's almost like if you give into this situation, you feel like you're allowing, how this person's acting to continue. You're okaying their behavior in a sense. So some of you are very determined to stand your ground with the Seven of Wands, or, stand your ground and be silent with them and not break this no contact situation, because you feel like that's not going to help. You feel like, if anything, that's just going to make this person feel as if what's going on is okay, and they can continue to do the same things and not make any changes. So it's almost like your way of teaching this person a lesson. And if it's not that, it's like you making it very clear, like, no, I'm not here to just give into a situation again and again just for it to not change. I'm going to be silent, and I'm going to stand my ground until, you are able to figure this out, or you are able to make the necessary changes. Because what's coming through in your feelings is you're very adamant on remaining silent to show this person, what you're doing is not okay, or this situation is not at a place that I'm, happy with. So we have the Three of Wands in your feelings, and we have the Nine of Swords. This waiting game is really stressing you out, though. Nine of Swords could be, you're not feeling like yourself. It could be it could be loss of sleep, loss of appetite. But Three of Wands and Nine of Swords is essentially you feeling this way because of the waiting game. Whether it's you're wondering if this person's going to take initiative, whether you feel like the stagnancy has been ongoing, but you're still feeling very consumed by thoughts of this person. So maybe it's becoming very mentally exhausting, right? Like, even if you're like, okay, energetically, I want to stop waiting or I want to let go of this person, mentally, it's still like, well, what's going to happen? Or there's something here that's still causing a lot of worry, leading to kind of like a lot of stress that you're feeling this week. Page of Swords, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Okay. I feel like this person is still very curious about what it is that you're up to. And the reason why the energy is not direct is they sense that you're upset with them with the Queen of Swords. Like, yes, they feel connected to you, but they know that you're frustrated. She kind of has her hands crossed, they're tied there. She's kind of like, I'm not doing anything right now. I know the truth, or I know the reality of a situation. And it could be that this person is, feeling like you're giving them the cold shoulder. Even if you feel like you have a reason to be giving this person the cold shoulder, they're struggling with figuring out how to get through to you. And with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords, it's like someone who is trying to figure out if you're still upset with them or if you're still as upset as you were before. That's very specific. So, however they're able to do this, whether it's, you guys have mutual friends or, they are checking up on your social media, they're trying to figure out if you're still as upset as you initially were. And that could be, what led to the separation here, right? Or how mad or how angry you were when you guys were in, having a conversation about this separation. Because they are acknowledging you're upset with them, but they're like, I need to figure out how upset Scorpio is, or I need to figure out if I have a way of communicating with them without, Scorpio completely shutting me out or giving me the cold shoulder. Because this week they genuinely feel like you are detaching and they don't really have a way of figuring out what you're up to except a very indirect way, which is like spying or like keeping tabs on you with the Page of Swords. This person knows that they need to be very cautious with how they speak to you or what they say to you next when it comes to breaking the silence. Because, the Queen of Swords, it's a very no BS energy. It's like, okay, I see things for what they are. I know the truth. So if you're going to speak to me, I want to hear nothing but the truth. There's no beating around the bush. It's a very black and white energy, if you will. So they feel like you're not really in a gray area. You have your mind made up. And with the Seven of Wands and the High Priestess, I did say that some of you are very determined to stand your ground or say, you know what, I'm not breaking the silence. I'm not giving into this situation because the last time I did that, you did not learn the lesson or nothing changed. So in their feelings, we have the Eight of Swords. This person feels very stuck mentally, but the Eight of Swords could also speak about like restrictions. And it's interesting because you're viewing them in the Five of Pentacles energy. So it's like the restrictions here may quite literally be this person's financial situation or like they're something pertaining to their stability, where it's like, yes, I'm thinking about Scorpio. Yes, I'm still feeling very stuck in this situation, but I also feel like I don't know what to do or my finances are not where I want them to be. It's like they're trying to deal with an issue pertaining to their stability, but the fact that you guys are in separation because of that is stressing them out. Ace of Cups. Yeah. I do see it as someone who wants, a new beginning here, but like Eight of Swords and Ace of Cups is like, okay, I want an opportunity to offer Scorpio, my cup of love or express how I feel. But Eight of Swords is feeling very, either they feel like they're not deserving of it or there are some sort of negative or pessimistic thoughts that they could be feeding into this week. The Moon and the Six of Swords. Yeah, there's something about wanting, like, this is coming through to me, guys, as like a peace offering. This is coming through to me as someone who's like, okay, I messed up, or okay, you know what, I'm sorry for what I've done. And it's because Eight of Swords and Six of Swords in their feelings says a lot. It almost tells me all I need to know. This person feels like this is a situation that is causing them to feel stuck, that is stressing them out. And Six of Swords is moving from one place to another, and it's usually like mentally, right? So when they think about the situation, they feel very stressed out. So they feel like a peace offering or communicating with you and getting to maybe similar, grounds or meeting at middle ground here could help them, mentally. What they're hiding from you is how stressed out they are. This is also someone who cannot deny the connection that they feel towards you. But I will say with the Eight of Swords, there is something that is going on in their current circumstances that is causing them to feel like, I can't fully invest in this connection, or I need to handle this before I think about, a commitment with Scorpio. So restrictions. Okay, so we have the Judgment and the potential outcome. Okay, what's the Judgment? The Five of Cups, Magician, the Chariot. I do see, this could be read as like an internal change that your person is making in the potential outcome, or it could be some sort of divine intervention. But because it's being clarified by the Five of Cups, what I will say, Scorpio, is that this person is going to, create some sort of change or release something that is not serving them, but the dwelling will continue before they do that. I don't see them doing that right away. That's why I clarify the energy. Five of Cups is like, dwelling in disappointment, dwelling in something like spilled milk, something that has already occurred. And we have the Magician and the Chariot. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer, but what I see is forward movement. I see this person manifesting some sort of progress in this connection, but there's going to be a period of stalling, or there's going to be a period of continuing to dwell in what they messed up on, or continuing to dwell in some sort of disappointment is how it's coming through to me. And Chariot does speak about forward movement. So that's what they're, manifesting here with the Magician. But it could also be that, the Chariot has a lot to do with needing to accept both perspectives or both sides. So it can't just be one way or the other. So, progress can happen but it has to come with acceptance. And I do see a change in this dynamic. But when you have the Judgment, it's like, first of all, it's a very large change. So it could be internal, or, an internal change that leads to a shift in this dynamic. But there's some sort of divine intervention when it comes to dwelling. Like, this person could be very heavily focused on what did not work. And then it gets to a point where either, you reach out to them or they reach out to you. Like, it just gets to a point where you guys, if they can't handle just thinking about it and feeling very deeply towards you, that they end up. Okay, that was very odd, guys. I'm not sure why your video cut out like that. Okay, well, what I was saying is there's like, it's almost like they feel like they're being cornered, in the potential outcome, or they have no choice but to reach out to you. Not that they don't have a choice, but it's like, I don't want to continue being consumed by this and not doing anything about it. And I will say with the Five of Cups here also, guys, like, what I mean by divine intervention is like, generically speaking, when you're focused on the past, or you're focused on, the disappointment or something that did not work out for you, sometimes divine gets in the way and says, okay, it's time to move forward. It's time to let go of that. So there's something that is occurring that is going to stop this person from dwelling, and it's going to lead them or guide them in the direction of doing something and finding a solution here. Okay. So let's see what they want to communicate to you. That was really odd how that cut out there, your video. I wish I could share my good news with you. Okay, so this person could be wanting to share some sort of good news with you. It could be a goal, it could be a milestone, or it could be something they're celebrating. I love you unconditionally. Yeah. I do feel like this person feels very deeply connected to you, but it's just going to require, not dwelling in the past or not focusing on the disappointment and being more solution oriented, which is why I said it's interesting that in the potential outcome, the dwelling will continue, and then there will be some sort of divine intervention, or this person quite literally feeling like, I can no longer do this. I can no longer just sit here and think about the situation. I need to find a solution. It says, I left when I saw you with someone. So take it how it resonates here, guys. Maybe this person is aware of another relationship that you were, dabbling in, or it could be in the now. This person, you may be connecting with someone new while you're in a separation, and it could be visible to this person. Roles could be reversed. Let's see. I'm so attracted to you. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you, Scorpio. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.